I was really struggling with the look of these wafer lights, puck lights, whatever you want to call them. They're going to surround the outside, not surround, there's like 8 or 9 of them throughout the house, the addition. They're going to be on the outside of the family room in each corner, down the hallway, in some closets, and then above the craft room table. So this is what I came up with because I couldn't find what I liked. I didn't want plain white. I didn't want cream. I didn't want pure gold. We bought the medallions, cut them down so that the puck light will fit right inside of them. And then I knew I wanted to use rub and buff, but I wasn't sure which color. So here's me sampling a few to try and decide. I also chose to go with the oil rubbed bronze Rust-Oleum as the background color. So I sprayed all of them. Well, first I wanted to see what color to use on the Rust-Oleum. Then I sprayed all of them. And this is me just trying to figure out how much did I want to put on and which of the colors that I really liked the most. Did I want a heavier gold? Did I want more in the crevices, more just on the out part of the design? Just every little thing I could possibly try and figure out, how did I want this to look? And if you'd seen before, I did measure it off into like 4 different sections because I wanted to try this and then try again and see, when I decided. So I continued working with the 2 different golds here to decide what I wanted it to look like and which one I would prefer. I was trying to rub some of the color in a little bit more, or the gold, and some of it off in some areas and blend them a little bit to see what I could come up with. And ultimately, I kind of decided that I really liked both colors. So I put it on, oh sorry, this is not good camera work. It's hard to do sometimes one-handed. So I put it all on the one piece. I blended the colors together and I think I was pretty happy with the way the color combination worked out. So let's do them. Here we go. I have my nails done this time, so I'm putting on gloves because I am not trying to get this off my nails. But I decided to do it with the way I had tried before, which was using these little sponge applicators. So I went with the European gold, and I went with the gold leaf, and I started working with the sponge applicators. I used the thin applicator. The one end is hard and the other one is a sponge. And I just kind of dabbed a little bit here and there. But what I noticed as I was starting to do this, it was drying a little faster because this room was pretty warm. So here I'm trying to spread it out to get it to go. And as I kept doing it, it just wasn't moving the way I wanted to. And I questioned whether or not I should just kind of stop and maybe pick up some mineral spirits and thin it out a little bit. But I kept going and kept rubbing, which you can't see because I have set this camera up and I didn't even realize I had it going the wrong angle either. So I apologize that it's not horizontal. Trying to do too many things in a short period of time. But here I am doing it and you can't see what I'm doing because it's not in the camera view. But I just kept trying to apply some with the small thin applicator and then using the bigger sponge to, rub it out. And I wasn't loving it. So, but I kept going because that's the way I had tried doing it before. And that's the way I liked it. So I kept going and I kept going. I did the inside, I did the outside. And when it was all said and done, Well, you're not gonna be able to see here either because, again, horrible camera work. I, for some reason, thought I was recording sideways, but I wasn't. I was not doing it horizontal. But this is trying to get the edges done the same way I thought I liked. But again, it was just drying too fast in this room. So then I'm like, I'm not quite sure what to do here. And I decided to kind of lightly spray paint over this one once I was done with it because I didn't love it. So I kind of put a light mist of that spray paint again to kind of bring it down. And then finally I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing it. And I moved to my fingers with the gloves on, and this worked perfectly. I don't know why. I have no clue. I don't know if because I was keeping it between my hands, even though that makes warmth, somehow it just kept going. It spread better. It just worked so much better. So I ditched those little sponge applicators and finished all of them much quicker, might I add, with my glove and my hands. And it was perfect. Well, some were a little heavy-handed. And guess what I did? Grabbed that little can of spray paint and just spritz it a little bit. And it went right back to the look I was going for. Here they are, all finished. The one probably was a little heavy-handed, but I can just go back tomorrow when there's more light and spritz it and see if that should help it with the way I want it to look. But I can't wait to get these hung up and see how great they look. Until then, be blessed.